And boom, we are live. What's going on, guys? Welcome in. Take a seat and get comfortable. Hope you're all having an absolutely magical, sparkly day so far. Staying safe out there in this increasingly crazy world we find ourselves in. It's very, very nice to see you all. So, on today's video, we're going to be checking out a band called Belvebuth, and specifically, we're going to be checking out their latest song, which is called Gluttony. So, just gonna show off the t-shirt. Not only is it a sick t-shirt, but the guys actually sent me that. It's still the coolest thing I've received. A Finnish gore grind band, slam gore, whatever you want to get, gory death metal slammy band called Gorebag. They sent me a physical copy of their album. It's that and this, which are the two coolest things I've received. But anyway, I digress. Just wanted to get that in there before I forgot. So, I'm very much a fan of Belvebuth. I'm not going to go into too much of the history about like how I first discovered them, all the stuff of, like all the back and forths we've had, all the history that I've got with those guys. If you want to know a little bit more about the band and their origins, go onto my videos on my video section on my channel. Type in Belvebuth and you'll see that I've featured them. I think this is like the fourth, maybe fifth time that they've been on the channel or something. So we're homies for sure. But I go into greater detail about when I first discovered them and so on and so forth. I don't want to do that every single video because it could kind of potentially get a little bit boring to do repeatedly. But make no mistake, one of my favorite bands. One of the bands that's closest to my heart as well, just because I've been just reacting to the shit since day one, really. Like basically day one. The first song they ever released on Slam Worldwide was "Pray on Prayers." Loved that, and then from there on, it's been love at first sight. So, I'm currently drinking rum out of a Jack Daniel's Tennessee honey glass. I'm pretty sure that's blasphemous, but a little bit of blasphemy does okay in this line of work. So, I don't think there's too much more preamble. Let's actually just get straight into let's get straight into the song. Like I said, if you want to know a little bit more about the band, don't want to repeat myself. Just go and look at all the other videos that I've done. Some of them are much longer. Break down a lot more of the history, so on and so forth. But I just really want to check this song out, so I don't want to preamble too much because it's always a very exciting time when the Belvebuth boys roll into town. So yeah, without further ado. Tell you what I'll do as well, actually. Well, first off, I'm gonna punch my screen for whatever reason. I've got my pen. I've got my dinosaur notebook. Literally a dinosaur notebook, because we like to keep it metal around here. And I'm just gonna get a blank page. Got my pen, pencil. And we're just going to take some notes. Because there's been a few times recently where I've went, yeah, I've got a good memory. This will be fine. I'll just remember where the cool bits were. And then it ends up with me just really slowly flicking through the song in 10-second increments, not remembering and so on and so forth. And it's not anyone's favourite part of the video. So let's not do that. Okay. Belvebuth. Gluttony. Let's go. Belvebuth, ladies and gentlemen. So this is really cool. There's many things that I love about Belvebuth. Okay, just Cards on the Table, sick song, loved it. There's no but attached to that, by the way. Fucking brilliant. Didn't expect any less. Really fucking enjoyed that. Enjoyed the shit out of that. Just to put everyone at ease. One thing that I really like about Belvebuth is that, like, their last song, Sloth, I left a comment on the Slam World, it was on Slam Worldwide, because obviously Slam Worldwide does notice that there's two cats there as well. I'm over here, don't look at the cats, alright? See if you can. I know they're cuter than me, but, I've got a nicer beard, so come on. Try not to get distracted too much. Their last song, Sloth, I left a comment under the video on Slam Worldwide saying the whole song is a breakdown, but there's still a breakdown at the end. And that song that we just heard was not completely the opposite, but very, very different. They can go from having a song where the tempo is really slow, everything's much more deliberate, much more chunky, slower, riff heavy, and then they can make sloth, and then they can make a song like Gluttony, which is actually mostly made up of fast sections, which I think is really, really cool. So it's not like, because some bands will mix it up and they'll have a fast section, like a really fast, they'll have like 50% of it fast, 50% of it slow. These guys go, let's have one song that's like 90% slow heavy, and then let's make another song that's like 90% fast and chaotic, which I think is really, really fucking cool. The fast sections in that, there were three. They were very distinctive. It gave me, well, instead of me just telling you, let's actually go back and listen to them. So the first one was at about 1 minute and 14 into the song. Let's start there. That sounded like something that sounded like a Signs of the Swarm fast section, like, the stuff that they've been releasing like recently that's kind of got that kind of like very strong chaotic hardcore vibe to it. That's what I thought whilst I was listening to it, and now that I've listened to it a second time, that gave me very, very strong Signs of the Swarm vibes with the vocals and the offbeat drumming and, like, all that. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Because if you go and listen to their previous single, Sloth, there was none of that in there. Like, none of that. There was a bit where it went a little bit faster for about 30 seconds, and then it went into just cave your skull in with a sledgehammer heaviness. Really cool. So really, really cool. You never know what you're going to get with these guys. Yeah, really, really cool. Ooh, headphones are slipping down. Very, very cool fast section. Let's get to... Where's the next one? 2 minutes in, give or take. Okay. So that was like that was like a slam riff, but just played really, really, like, that was like a slam riff, like, played fast, and then like with like fast spitting vocals over the top, which I thought was really, really cool as well. Because you easily could have just done some like tremolo pick in there, or some kind of older school like death metal stuff, but they just kind of like sped up a slam. That's what it sounded like to me anyway. If they played that slower, that would have just been a kind of like, a standard slam, like, guitar line type things. Very, 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 very cool. Not just doing the same fast section 3 times, but actually doing 3 different sections. I mean, that was I'm going to listen to that again, actually, because I'm going to listen to that again. Because, yeah. Yeah, so the guitar and the bass is chugging away, and it's the drums and the vocals that are actually making it faster. I like that. I like that. It's really cool. I love the flow of Dylan's vocals. They always just, they hit the spot. They hit the spot for me every time. He's got he's not doing like new shit. He's not reinventing the wheel, but he's just honing his craft, and then just making his vocals stand out just by the mouth shape, the position, the flow, the kind of like projection of them. The guy can do everything. Like, he can go. There's a bit towards the end that sounded painful, like really, really nasty. Like, he can do the whole thing. It's good shit. Okay, another fast section, about 3 minutes in here. That reminded me of a band called Tactosa. Now, if you haven't heard of Tactosa, go and check them out. I did a reaction. I've got a reaction to their recent single, which I can't actually remember the name of because I'm a complete amateur. But I've featured them on the channel, and they're what I would call an OG deathcore band. They sound so much like Suicide Silence. Just go check out Tactos after you finish the video. Check out my reaction as well, as if you want to, but at the very least, go check out Tactosa. That sounded very much like that. Very old school deathcore. That sounded like a Suicide Silence section. We're going to listen to that one more time because it's extremely cool. And again, great flow. Great flow with the lyrics. Love it. With the vocals, excuse me. Love it. nice atmospheric keys or guitar work or whatever that noise is in the background. It sounds like sounds like MIDI. Love it. Yep. So different. It's so different from the last song. You never know. You never know what you're going to get with these guys, man. Sometimes they sound very blackened. Sometimes they sound like modern deathcore. They've got little hints of like OG stuff there, where like that really does sound like a kind of like cleansing Suicide Silence like fast section. Other times they go almost full down tempo. It's very, very good. There's like about a minute to go in the song here. I'm just gonna play it from here because there was a particular little vocal bit that sounded extra juicy. Let me see if we can find it. Just towards the end, just towards the end there, before he takes that second breath in, that's naughty. Go on the naughty step, young man. It starts to like it sounds like it starts to like break a little bit, like it's just like the airflow's actually like starting to like legitimately run out, and then that's actually why he has to like, he didn't just take that inhale just for the sake of the song. He didn't take that extra breath. He was actually just running out of it, and that's not me talking shit. I thought it was a really, really cool section, but you could hear the low, and then it was just slightly starting to run out of air, and it just started to break a little bit, which I thought was really, really fucking cool. Just nice little nice little curveballs. You always get them with Belvebuth. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. What can I say? This is what you come to expect from Belvebuth. You know, you kind of expect the unexpected. You know it's going to be really. You know it's either going to be really fast, or it's going to be really creepy, or it's going to be really heavy, or in the case of that track, it's going to be all three things together, you know, or they might throw in some blackened stuff there, or they might strip everything back, and they might, you know, it might sound a little bit more blackened, or they might just beat your face in with a sledgehammer right from the beginning to the very end. You never know what you're going to get with these guys, and that's part of the charm. The mixing on their songs has gotten so much better since Sloth. It was never bad. It was the mixing was never bad, but I've had a couple of conversations with the bass player Dakota, and there was a couple of their earlier songs when you couldn't quite hear the bass. Like, you could sort of hear it, but it wasn't like quite present enough. But they've turned up the I'm gonna sound like a fucking noob here again, because I don't really know all like the mixing, like, you know, terms and all that type of, you know, all that type of shit. But you can, the bass sounds a lot more metallic-y, a lot more scratchy. You know, you can really, really hear the strings being played rather than just the tone, kind of the boom type thing. You know, it sounds a little bit more, you know, scratchy and metallic. They upped that, and they've kept that going with this as well, which I think is really cool, because bass is I'm not going to go into another big rant about my opinion on bass and modern deathcore, but there's some thoughts that I have there, and the main thought being, most of the time I can't hear the fucking bass, so it's not the problem there. Yeah, the guitar sounded great, vocals sounded great, drumming was great, everything was crystal clear. just excellence from the boys and from the boys at Belvebuth as per usual. One criticism that I would have is that it wasn't through the whole song, but there was a couple of parts where I couldn't hear the snare very well, which was obviously didn't ruin it, but there was a couple of points where they were like really going ham. Like it was going. During the fast sections, you could hear the snare quite well when there was like lots of blast beats going on and stuff like that. Although it's kind of like one of those kind of hardcore fast sections. I don't want to say two-step, but maybe it is two-step. I should learn some music theory. But there was a couple of bits where I kind of felt that a little bit more of a kind of like a snappier, slammy kind of like snare would have just kind of helped things along a little bit. But minor criticism, like really minor. Like you can basically just discard it. Why the fuck would anyone listen to me anyway? But but other than that tiny little gripe. Fucking fantastic stuff. I really can't wait to hear this album. You can expect a reaction to the album whenever it drops. I don't know if they're releasing any more singles afterwards. Actually, I think this might be it, and then we're going to get a full length album from Belvebuth. So yeah, very exciting time, ladies and gentlemen. So, as per usual, if you scroll down, you'll find links to the music video we just watched. You'll find links to the band's social media pages, Facebook, TikTok. I don't actually know if they have a TikTok, but if it's there, I'll link it. Instagram, Twitter, all that type of shit. You'll find links to where you can buy some merch. You'll find links to where you can stream their shit. Spotify, Apple Music, blah, 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 blah. Please, with a massive cherry on top. Scroll down, click on every single one of those links. Like the Slam Worldwide video, consider buying some merchandise, order a physical copy of the CD, stream it on Spotify, stream it on Apple Music. Just do whatever you can to support these guys. At the very least, leave them a comment, let them know how much of a good job they're doing, because it really does mean the world to these guys that when people appreciate their music. So do all that YouTube shit. Do whatever you can to support. One more time, Belvebuth, Gluttony. Absolutely fucking loved it. 99.9% sure you guys liked it as well. Go check that shit out. Blow that up. Thank you very much for your time. Love you all very much. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.